With Chesapeake
Range
Bay
of
gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in
Range of
Baltimore,
points.
Maryland. Straight ahead,
Now,
we've got a
Nick
pretty
Bosa
good one
out with
on
an injury.
tap here.
Right when I start the 49ers defense.
Taking on the Baltimore
Shit was
Ravens.
crazy. First, the Jets lose. We block a field goal. These niggas lose. Our fantasy teams ain't doing so good.
From M&T Bank Stadium.
Oh, shit.
And they'll let that one go
Swear.
as it skips through the back of the end
Straight
zone
up,
for a
bro.
touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, Scott.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Back to throw, Fields. And he completes it to Wilson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
Defensively going forward, they're going to have to watch out for him on plays just like that. It's a drag route across the field, and they're trying to free him up and let him run after the catch. That won't be the last time we see that play, and it works there to pick up a first down.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Fields. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 35. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
To throw is Fields. Caught, it's Wilson. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Here we go, Scott. Green 19, guys. Go.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
Now Fields. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he's brought down. A nice little juke move that preceded it, but not much thereafter. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. We're scoreless after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Here we go. 5:51, 12 go.
Here's Fields. He gets it underneath to Hall. And the Jets are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
First and goal.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road.
Here we go. We're good. Sit high.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 2 now, second and goal.
Hey, Ken.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Here we go. Move the yes, right? Hey, EQ. You got a mini basic. Tonight.
Fields. Got him, and it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Alan Lazard from a yard out. And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Here we go. 19 windy, 19. Bunch right. All right.
Straight ahead is Hall. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Here we go. We're good. 331. 331. Right.
Here's Hall again. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
That'll be carry on the stop. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Nine-yard line, 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
They'll toss it out right here to Hall. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10. They've helped contribute to that. How are they going to get their team back into this ball game? Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level.
At the 36-yard line.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Dude, that's not a pick? Oh, shit!
That's a pretty
Oh, wow!
But it's right on the money on the right side.
Oh!
The defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
18 more yards.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Jackson now. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. First target, first catch, and a first down.
So that's the kind of play that was lacking all the way through the first half. Maybe this can give them a little bit of a spark because they're not out of this game by any stretch.
Here's Jackson to throw. He finds Bateman over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Jackson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. Now Jackson. He's got his target. That's complete. Trotting down to the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Zay Flowers, 49 yards. And the Ravens take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. So it took them a little while, Charles, but now they have their first points of the game, and they come here in this 3rd quarter.
And more often than not, Brandon, when that happens, you find yourself down 21, 28 points and not really with a lot of hope. But with that touchdown, they're right back in this game.
Oh, shit, I forgot I had this on.
Down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
2nd down and 8.
Here we go. Right.
Ran it last time. Now Fields to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reynolds. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Here we go, slide.
Fields now to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Tackle back at the 41-yard line.
A play fake. Now Fields to throw. They'll roll him out right. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Bring it up.
They snap it to Fields. That ball caught by the rookie from Georgia. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go, shot. 551, 12, punch right. Shot.
Now it's Fields. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This pass out wide to Hall. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. There's Hall bringing in another one. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown! Breece Hall.
Peace.